Well, now we are going to approach something different. We are going to doing some different kind of exercise. Because up to now we have only used notes with the same duration. Now we are going to use something different. We are going to mix notes with different durations. As you can see, I'm on the screen on the picture. I have written how to mix different figures. What does a figure mean? A figure. When we talked about a figure, a rhythmic figure, we mean a note, but we mean it in the context in the context of the duration. So when we talk about figure, we mean the symbol, the different symbols that we use to represent notes with different duration. So when we talk about figure, we mean notes, but without considering their pitches. We are only talking about the duration. So, for example, a figure, different figures are a crochet, so a quarter note, a half note, because they are different. They have different durations. So it is a common, a very common use of calling the notes when we are talking about the duration. And of course, when we talk about figures, we also mean some combination of different notes. So, for example, we could say a couple of quavers, so of a couple of eighth notes. And so this is also a figure because it is meant in the context of the duration. We are talking of duration. But of course we can have also for a group of 4 16th notes. So this is also called a figure. So when we are talking about duration, the different symbols that you use to represent the different duration of the notes, we are calling them figures. Okay, so this is the kind of exercises that we are going to do. So we are going to mix different figures, so with notes with different durations. Now, trying to do this exercise, we will have some new problems, and in particular, we will have a new problem. So the problem is how to keep time with the right speed, so with the right tempo. What do we mean with this? What do we mean with this with this phrase? We mean that up to now we didn't have any problem in keeping the right speed, in starting with the right speed or having a right tempo, and to use it in a very precise and regular way, because we used the same notes, so notes with the same duration from the starting to the end, from the starting point to the end of the exercises. In fact, we have only for example, quarter notes or half notes. So we didn't have any problem because we started with a very precise speed, ta ta ta, and we had only these notes, only these durations. So there was not, we didn't have any problem up to now. But when we start mixing different figures, so notes with different duration, now we can have some problems in choosing the right speed with which start, and of course the right speed to use in this exercise. So to understand it in depth, now I want to show you this exercise, this example. So in this exercise we have first off we have a half note, so it lasts 2 beats. Then we have on the third, in correspondence of the third beat, we have a quarter note, and then on the fourth beat we have a group, so a figure we could call it, a group of 4 semiquavers of 4/16 notes. So in this case, it could happen something like that. I consider, if I only consider the first note, so the half note, I can think that, okay, a half note a half note lasts 2 beats, so I don't have any problem. I can start with a quite quick time, a quick tempo, a quick speed. So I can start singing this exercise in this way. Ta ta. But when I come to the 4th beat, when I have to sing 4th notes, so 4/16 notes, in the context of only 1 beat, I can have some problems. So listen to this. Ta 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 ta, and it is quite difficult if you're not a good experience of even if I choose some higher a higher speed, so such as, for example, this one. So I think, okay, the half note is it has a longer long duration, so I have no problem. Ta 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 ta. It is not so easy, okay? So we run the risk not to be able to read the most difficult figures in the right way, and we run the risk to be forced to slowing down also. So it can also happen something like this. I start in a very high speed, with a very high speed, ta 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 ta. So I use a very certain speed, a certain tempo with the first 3 beats, and then on the 4th beat I'm forced to slowing down because I'm not able to read these notes in the right way. Okay, so ta 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 ta, or I can have something different, but I can it is quite it is very likely to make mistakes this way. Okay, so what is the right? So the question is, how can we choose the right speed to use in the exercise? And the question is, the answer is, we have to focus on the most complex figures, which is, of course, the one with the shorter duration notes, with the notes with the shortest durations. Because, of course, if I have short notes with shortest duration, with short duration, I will have to read many notes in the context of only 1 beat. So on the opposite, on the other side, if I have a longer duration note, I have I have a note lasting, for example, more than 1 beat, such as, for example, the half note. So this is the key point of this method. So finding the right way, the right speed, the right tempo to use in this exercise. So we have to consider the most complex figure, and when we find it, we have to do this. I found, for example, that I say, okay, the figure, the group of 4/16 notes that I have on the 4th beat is this. So I have to decide which is the best speed for me, for my experience, to sing it. So, for example, it could be something like that. So I have to start singing this note while keeping time. Ta 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 ta. Is it quite easy? Yes, it is, of course, because they are not very quick. I'm not singing them very quickly. Ta 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 ta. I can also choose a slower speed, of course. Ta 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 ta. So when identifying, after determining which is the most complex figure, I have to start singing it and repeating it while keeping time this way. Ta 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 ta. I'm doing this as if I had only this figure for the whole, if I had only this figure in the whole exercise. So I'm not considering the other notes. I'm thinking I'm thinking as if it were only this figure in the whole exercise. Ta 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 ta, while keeping time. So I'm keeping time this way, and this is the one that I'm keeping now, the one that I'm hitting now, is the right speed that I have to use in this exercise. Okay? So I'm starting this exercise using this speed. Ta 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 ta. So this is something very important, because in this way I am able to start with a very precise and very regular speed, and I'm using it for the whole exercise without the risk of being forced to slowing down. Okay, so this is something very important. So the different steps are to determine the most complex figure, so the one with the notes with the shortest duration, and then to find the right speed to sing it, so the right speed to sing it while keeping time. Then I repeat it many times so that I can hear very well which is the right way of keeping time. And then I apply this speed to the whole exercise. Even this is quite slow. I can think, okay, this is very slow. Ta 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 ta. It is quite slow, but it doesn't matter, because the most important thing in these exercises, in this kind of exercise, is to start with a certain speed and keeping it, using it for the whole exercise. So this is the right method, a good method, and this is a good method that we will apply, that we will this is something very important. We can also apply it to some more difficult, more complex exercises, such as, for example, some exercises made up of 40 or 50 or more bars, more figures. But this is something very important. We can use it, we can apply it also to some pieces that we want to play. Okay, so it is very important that we get used to doing this, to choosing the right speed in this way. So in this way we will be able to do this in the right way without getting it wrong.